Hey there, a short introduction for those of you who are new here. My name is Wen Yi, or you may know me as Wen. Thank you and welcome on this journey where you wouldn't have to face adulting or feel alone again. This is the last video for June, and if you have not caught up, June's content was mainly on self-love and self-worth. So if you like videos like that, you can actually check them out here, or I'll link it in the description box down below. So with that said, in today's journey, we will be heading to... We are halfway through 2019, and if you know me well enough, like I always say, it's so important to do self-reflection. So in today's journey, I'll actually be bringing you along with me on my self-reflection journey, where I talk about some of the highlights of the month and also my favorite book of the month. First off, let's start with self-reflection. So for the past few months, I have been crazy chasing after my projects and my milestones to reach my goals, and most of the times things are going well, but there will always be times that I broke down because of how stressed out I was and what actually is happening around me, because I'm a human after all. So things like that do actually affect me and puts me off track for a while. But I'm so glad that I managed to put me back on track and keep running and ignore people who just are here to disrupt my dreams and my goals. So that was one thing that I learned, which is to really not care about whatever that's happening in your environment. I know like it will always affect you, but make sure that you have that ability to get back on track, to move forward to where you want to be, and know that these are just distractions along the way, and it tends to happen in life. So that was one thing that I learned to ignore and really just focus on my main goal and run towards my goal. It was never easy, especially when I don't have my parents with me or my friends, my family with me, because it's just super crazy that I'm here alone facing adulthood. And many times, because of time difference, I couldn't actually just pick up the phone and call them and tell them my problems and stuff like that. I'm just not someone that is like that. I don't really like to talk much about serious problems that I have. So that is when I really need to validate myself and affirm myself, which I actually talked about in this video right here, so do check them out. It is pretty important, and this actually helps me to move forward and be happier as day goes, and not think about all the distractions in life and like really feel terrible for what I've been going through and stuff like that. Especially for this month, it's been pretty crazy because there's a lot of things that happened and really changed like major parts of my life. So I'm trying to not let that get to me. And for those of you who are facing problems or troubles in life right now, I just hope that you will be able to go through them, and you definitely will, as long as you put your mind and your heart to it and focus on what is really important to you. Like I always say, have a focal point that you can focus on instead of thinking of those like distractions. So yeah, you can do it if I can do it. And of course, there are incidents in June that really changed my whole perception and my mood, my feelings and stuff like that. It really affected me badly. I wouldn't go in depth as to like what really happened, but major changes did happen, and I really have to adapt to them. Especially, it's super tough, especially for me, because I'm someone that really likes to plan my stuff out and stick to the plan. I'm not someone who is really good with changes, but this incident really taught me how to manage my time better, and also to be okay with changes and to adapt to them. And it's super important because sometimes changes may not be bad, it may be for the better. So be okay with changes, and you know, you will get there somehow. Sometimes to get to your goal, you have to change certain strategies that you use or certain methods that you use to get to where you want to be. So that is something that I learned, and I hope to share with you guys. Moving on to that one book that really changed my life. And when I say changed my life, it really did change my life, because of the perspectives that I have on life is totally different now, and the mindset that I have to carry on focusing on my goals. And the reason why I have all these projects coming up is because of this book. And after I read this book, it really surprised me as to how one person can change, because I am super stubborn, but right now it's just really crazy. So I would love to introduce you guys to this book, and if you can get your hands on them, it will be great. And let me know what you think if you have read them or if you're going to get them. So this book, it's called Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I've read through like half of it, and most of my videos are really inspired by this book, because every time I read it, I learn something new. And I feel like this book, you can read it again and again and again, and you won't get sick and tired of it, because every time you read it, it's something new that you discover and something that you can apply to your life. So This book basically helps you to really change like your mindset and your perspective on certain things, and to help you change whatever habits that you have had for the past few years and change them instantly. So it teaches a lot of things which I talk about in most of my videos, and yeah, so I would highly recommend this book, and it's been my favorites for like months. I've yet to finish them, and I will finish them and continue reading them and looking for books that I can share with you guys. And yeah, so this was the book that really, like I said, changed my life. I can't emphasize how important this book is, so you guys can go grab it. It's probably on Amazon or something. I got it on Amazon like in store, and I think you can get it online or elsewhere. So really, if you have not read this, you should really read this, especially if you are struggling with adulthood, or if you are struggling facing anything that you have in life, probably failure and stuff like that, common emotions. This book would really help you. So yeah, get this. This has really been like a crazy investment that I made myself, because I don't really read books and I don't tend to like finish them, but this book is totally different. I really want to finish this book and, you know, manage my time and stuff like that. So yeah, comment down below on some of your highlights for this month, and also what actually changed your life. I would love to know, so do leave them down below and I'll check them out. So remember, if you are not doing anything that is changing your life, or rather that is pushing you forward to meet your goals, you gotta do it, because we are halfway through 2019. You don't want to wait to 2020. So if you are giving excuses and saying that, oh, I should wait for 2020 for New Year's resolution and stuff like that, no, there won't be any New Year's resolution. So start doing it now, and we are halfway through. So I believe that if you put your heart and soul into certain things, you will be able to get there soon. So get going and get doing your stuff. As usual, please do join me on this journey by liking and subscribing, and also do turn on the notification bell down below, as I post videos every Thursdays and Fridays. Before I leave, please remember, don't live a life regretting the things you didn't do. Go out there, do stuff, and one day we will succeed together. Bye!